Alright, so for your pretest, number 1 says, which organisms use the energy from the remains of dead animals and recycle the nutrients back into the environment? Isaac? Decomposers, so it should be D. How is a producer different from a consumer? Someone other than these 3. Garrett? Okay. So correct answer should be A. Which best describes a correct order of the water cycle? Brayden?
A.
Nope. Bella?
B.
Nope. Caleb?
B.
Nope. Only thing left is C. Now we're killing me. Alright, number 4. These are organisms that belong to a food chain. Which list shows the order in which energy most likely flows through this food chain? Nevaeh. What is it?
B.
B as in boy?
Yes.
Yeah. Which part of the plant is considered to show positive geotropism? Bella?
The leaves.
Nope.
The roots.
Oh, you're Isaac now?
No, I thought you were looking at
Oh,
me.
we were made eye contact.
The flower. You were looking at me.
No, it was definitely the roots. So, yeah, you should let him be you. Alright, Jessica studied different adaptations of plants. Which adaptation would help a plant collect more energy for photosynthesis? Travis? Yes. Alright, number 7, when conditions are not favorable, plants and seeds enter a period of inactivity. They do not grow, which is called Nevaeh? Dormancy. Alright, number 8, when a new seed begins to sprout, it is called Nevaeh? Yeah. Germinization. Number 9, biotic factors are Bella? C? Nope. Jeffrey? Which one? As in dog? Nope. Noah? Nope. Only thing left is B. And number 10, which statement best explains why few plants grow on a tropical rainforest? Leah?
D.
D. Alright, so somewhere on your paper, just write minus however many. It's out of 100. Each question is worth 10. What? For the last one? D as in dog.
Wait, is it for an actual grade?
No, it's just kind of to show where you're at. No, pretests are never for an actual grade.
What was number 9?
B as in boy. Alright guys, so 1 is D as in dog, 2 A, 3 C, 4 B, 5 B, 6 B, 7 C, 8 A, 9 B, 10 D. Alright, go ahead and get the piece of paper that I passed out to you. We are going to get started with our notes. We are spending what? Huh? No, we're in the middle of a lesson. Good Lord, child. The next 2 days we are going to be completing these notes. We're not going to do all of them today. Wednesday we obviously have our math stations, and then Thursday and Friday you guys are going to be making an energy flow pyramid. And that will be taken for a test grade. Alright, give me a thumbs up once you have this glued in. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get going with this. Alright, so how do living things get all the food and energy they need to survive and grow? So how do they get their energy? Brayden, work on your test outside, child.
Me?
I mean, how many Braydens we got in here?
7 million.
You're acting like Brayda right now. So
Brayda?
Brayda, go outside, boo-boo, and take your test. Alright, so how do living things get all the food and energy they need to survive and grow? Come on. Okay, so some of them get it from the sun. Alright, how else? How do you get food? Or how do you get energy? How do you as a person? Michaela.
Water.
Okay, so you have water. How else? Isaac? You get energy from
No,
photosynthesis.
plant.
How do you as a human being get energy?
Food.
Woo, Lord, that's tough. Yeah, so photosynthesis. So we have food, we have eating stuff, we have the sun, we have photosynthesis. What else?
Exercise.
That doesn't give us energy, that takes energy.
Doesn't it sleeping?
Huh?
Doesn't it sleeping? Would give us.
What?
She said sleeping.
Okay, so yeah, sleeping would definitely give us energy. What, sweetie?
I use my study guide.
Yes, that's why I took 5 minutes to find it. Breda, why are you still in the classroom?
I'm getting study guide.
Alright, we are not going to do this at the moment. So, ecology is the study of interactions between organisms and their environment. Organisms are any living thing, so it doesn't matter if it's bacteria or one of the biggest whales. Everything that is living is an organism. All living things or organisms have a special place in nature and are connected to each other by their need for food. Alright, so the Lion King is actually going to teach you a little something about the circle of life.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope.
Dad, don't we eat the animal?
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. And so, we are all connected in the great circle of life.
Who knew?
Disney's trying to teach us something.
Exactly. Every organism needs to obtain energy in order to live. Plants get their energy from the sun, and animals get their energy by eating food. Food is the fuel that provides organisms with the molecules and energy they need to grow and reproduce. The sun is the ultimate source of energy, which is used by plants to create their food. Plants use the energy and sunlight to make sugars or foods out of carbon dioxide and water through the process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis transforms light energy or energy from the sun into chemical energy, which is energy stored in food. So plants are called producers because they make their own food. They are at the start of the food chain. Animals are called consumers because they consume or eat other plants and animals. So producers are organisms that use energy and sunlight to make their own foods, plants and algae, and some bacteria. Producers use the food they make immediately or store it for later. Producers use most of the food they make for themselves. Producers use food to grow larger, to make seeds, to reproduce, to absorb nutrients, and to repair tissues. Producers store food in their roots, seeds, leaves, flowers, stems, and fruit. The energy that is not used by producers can be passed on to organisms that cannot make their own energy. Green plants are the producers of food that is consumed either directly or indirectly. So directly would be an animal that eats the grass, and indirectly would be the animal that eats the animal that ate the grass or the plant or whatever it is. Consumers are organisms that cannot make their own food, so they cannot make or they cannot use the sun's energy directly to produce their own food. Consumers eat producers and other organisms to gain energy. Alright, primary consumers are consumers that eat producers to get energy. So Example would be herbivores, and they are plant eaters, and they're usually not at the bottom because the producers are at the bottom, but they're the like first layer of animals. Our secondary consumers are consumers that eat another consumer for energy. So they might be omnivores or they might be carnivores. I can't ever say this word. Anyways, the third order of consumers to consumers that eats a consumer that already ate a consumer. For example, again, you have omnivores and or carnivores. Perfect example would be like the shark who eats the seal, who ate the shrimp, who ate the algae or coral or whatever from the ocean floor. So that's kind of but the shark would be at the top of, well, the energy pyramid. So essentially what you guys are going to be doing is making one of these on Thursday and Friday. Okay, so that's why it's important to know like the top of the pyramid or energy flow all the way down to the bottom. All right, so different types of consumers. We have herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. What do herbivores only eat? Huh? Okay, so herbivores are only plants, no meat. All right, what about carnivores? They're only meat eaters, and then omnivores, Leah?
Plant eaters.
Not just plant eaters, but omnivores? Like the last picture. They eat plants and meat. All right, herbivores eat only plants. Carnivores eat only animals. Omnivores eat plants and animals. Scavengers eat dead plants and animals. Decomposers consume and break down dead plants and animals. And then decomposers are the final link in the energy cycle. They return nutrients to the environment. All right, we will be finishing up the other side tomorrow. Please do not lose your notes because I'm not giving you another copy. At this point, you need to get on to Imagine Math and complete your lessons.